Good morning, Rachel. Shawn Haggerty over here at Audi VW Fall River. I'm going to show you the 2022 Volkswagen Tiguan SE. Let's dive in right now. So Rachel, we're standing outside. It's a bright but brisk day. I'm going to keep this short. Of course, we have the lovely and talented Kayla behind that camera. So it's chilly out here. We're gonna do a quick walk around the exterior. But the first thing that people notice on the Volkswagens is that big, bold, aggressive grille. Of course, we have our Volkswagen symbol tied right into the front here. That's the new look of the Volkswagen. As we descend down, we're going to see that black fairing. There's that sort of rainfall effect on the outside. And of course, this being an SE, you are going to get the front and rear parking sensors. As we come around the corner here, we're going to see that fairing swoop right around. I call this the intake, and it looks like a jet intake, and it kind of gives that vehicle in motion look. As we descend up, we're going to see the full LEDs, and of course the big note on the new Tiguans is that pull-away lens right here. We have our side marker that's going to help your vehicle, or your daughter's vehicle that is, be seen even in fog conditions. And then as we wrap right around with the wheels, we have that graphite gray, nicely done wheel by Volkswagen. We're seeing these show up more and more, and it's a nice feature, particularly against this pure white. The Bridgestone Acopia, that's a very nice all season. We've seen those come in on the vehicles, and people really do love them. The trademark symbol now of the Tiguan, and it wraps both the front quarter of the car and part of the door panel. Over here on the Tiguan, we've always had a tall mirror. It's kind of reminiscent of the Audi Q5. So that's a nice feature too. It's going to give you the front and rear view, and it's going to give you a nice side view. It's a taller and a wider mirror than you might see on typical competitors. Of course, we have our keyless entry. We're going to see that bold shoulder line come all the way down. As this sun kind of comes around, you'll see the shadow and the depth of that. Again, we're picking up our rear LED taillight, the classic 4Motion that Volkswagen invented. And then as we come around, we're going to see that Tiguan symbol right against the back. That was a feature that they decided to put on the rear of these cars. Again, we have our classic new Volkswagen symbol. And this particular car had the added Volkswagen bumper-dillo. And of course, you can make up your own jokes about that. Let's go into the back now. We're going to see this big rear hatch area. This particular car came with the cargo protection package, which is this nicely done rear mat here. We also have our Velcro assisted blocks where you can put these in any different shape. The classic Volkswagen Monster mat. Back here you can see we have our 40, 20, 40 sectional on the second row that can move both forward and back about 6.5 inches, and of course we get the center fold down. And then another nice feature of the Tiguans is the handles that will release that second row back here so that you don't have to go up to the front and drop them. Let's drop the hatch now. We're going to go into that second row. We're going to come around the back now, come right down the side. We're going to come into that second row feature. I'm going to show you the way these seats will move. Of course, we have the pull down feature for the seat back, but it's a simple pull up on the ring, and then we can get that room that we need in that back cargo room. You're going to see that 12 volt along with a new Type-C charging port where you could have somebody charge their phones and just tuck them in there real nicely. We're going to jump right in to the inside of the car and get out of this cold weather. So Rachel, we're sitting in the inside of this 2022 Tiguan SE. One of the first things that jumps out at me is this new leather wrap steering wheel. It's got that really nice granite gray stitching on the inside. It's reminiscent of the GTIs that come into our dealership. Of course, the new Volkswagen symbol here. Over on the side, we have that, again, that accent stitching that you saw in the second row. Full automatic up and down on each window. That's a Volkswagen feature. You're not going to find that in a lot of the other off-brands. Of course, our automatic headlights, where you're going to see that black cowl that neatly frames the steering wheel, and then it descends down again. Little storage up there in that top pocket. And again, as we come down through that virtual cockpit, we're going to see the classic VW signature virtual cockpit that can be tailored into 3 different views. We can adjust everything we want to see. This vehicle comes standard with the adaptive cruise as well as that forward collision warning. You're going to see the lane assist feature come that your daughter can turn off, turn on. Move right over to that center part now. We have a great big touchscreen on these Volkswagens. Volkswagen was the first non-premium company to implement the CarPlay feature, and we also added Android Auto. And then finally we have our menu feature, and these are things that we can go into and adjust, and some of the features we can adjust are, again, that forward collision warning as well as that adaptive cruise. Let's move down. We're going to go to this new heat and AC display. Really cool. It's a great feature on the Volkswagens. I can simply slide it, or I can touch anything that I want to adjust. I can touch the fan. I can throw my air wherever I want it to. A wireless charging area. New Type-C USBs here. Those are the universal ones where you don't have to flip them. And of course, standard in the SE, you're going to get that push button start. The electronic parking brake, gone are the days where you had a pull brake. Over here, a great big glove box where you can store whatever you want. This was a slot in the older Volkswagens. They used to have a CD player, but of course, the way of the world is everybody's streaming now. And finally, we have our full controls for not only our lights, but our power shade. And that's for this big, beautiful panoramic sunroof, which we can tilt open. So Rachel, that's a brief overview of this beautiful pure white 2022 Volkswagen Tiguan SE. Hope you enjoyed it. Please share this with your daughter. I know she's still processing things, trying to decide which vehicle she wants, but hopefully Kayla and I helped you today decide, or maybe move a little closer to a decision. Feel free to reach out to me, 401-889-4640. If you have any questions, send me an email. Obviously, if you see the video, give us a like, give us a shout out, like us on YouTube. We're working hard, as well as Kayla behind the scenes. And if you have any questions, again, reach out to me, Shawn, at Audi VW Fall River. Have a great day.